Yo, what's up guys? REAPOFF here and welcome back to another Skork development video. Today guys, we have a lot to look at. It's great. As far as I know, let's actually take a look to verify this. Changes. Okay, so this is as up to date as you can get with the Skork code. Plus or minus 2 or 3 class file implementations like this one, Skork. So I honestly, guys, if you want to take a look at the code, this is a perfect time when this video comes out to go to the GitHub, because it's pretty much similar to what you're going to be seeing right now. A lot of these are designer code, so if I like add a button or something or anything for debugger, 2 classes get changed instead of 1, because the designer code that adds the stuff in the background and the actual form settings or form Skork, where I'm actually testing that I made or whatever. But yeah, this is pretty much up to date. So I would take a look, guys, if I am interested, speaking in your position. So anyways, what we're up to in Skork, guys, is actually one of the best parts. It's line parsing, or yeah, line parsing. So we're figuring out whether a given line, so a string, is a code line, and if it's not, we gotta loop through each line until we get a semicolon, and then we consider that whole block as a line. Okay, so as long as we don't have two, so there's gonna, like, I'm gonna basically have to come up with a procedure, a list of things that are impossible to have. For example, if you go all the way to bottom here, over here, we're going to do parsing. So I'm going to actually type this up really quick. Alright guys, so I wrote a little bit here. So for a given line of code, so we're talking about a string variable called line, the following must exist to be considered valid code. So this is actually true in C# and many programming languages. So we have to mimic. I probably don't have all of the things here, but this is 3 things I know for sure. Every line must end with a semicolon. If not, loop through each line until one is found and append them all together. So for example, this string intro is instantiated with a literal, and then it ends with the semicolon. Okay, so that's valid. Must have a variable name or keyword within a line. Well, I mean, that makes sense. So every line must have a variable name or keyword. So this includes functions like who and goto. So these are all valid. Goto, I actually don't know any possible so like these are in built functions, who and goto. I don't know any programming language that has a line that doesn't contain this. Well, assembly, because those are like one line could be like, go to this memory location, and that's not necessarily a function. That's just that's an instruction. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I don't know. I can't think of anything that's invalid here. So as long as I find a keyword or a variable name, we're pretty much good to go. So for example, pi equals 4. This is still valid because it has a variable name. And then can have 2 types on the same side as on an assignment statement. So int string hello equals 5, like this. Can't have it on the same side as the equals operator. So 2 types can't be on the same side, or at least on the left side. So that's all I have figured out so far. If you think you can find something, so basically if you can find something that must exist, that must happen on a given line of code like this, that has a semicolon, please let me know in the comments if you think you've got something. It's always worth discussing, even if you think you're not right. it's worth discussing it, because I've only had like 5-10 minutes maybe to think about this. You can see with the time on the video. So that's all I've thought about. And yeah, let's see what you guys can think of. Okay, so anyways, we're going to take a look at Skork itself. I want to show you that I've been working on the interface a little bit. Here we have gradients for hover, and different colors when we click on or selected view. So it's really cool. I'm just showing everyone that I'm changing the actual color, the highlight color here. And a lot of this stuff can change, guys. I'm deeply sorry about that yawn. But yeah, that's really cool. So this is not going to be the color theme I stay with, obviously. This is just testing waters, seeing what actually kind of looks good. This is definitely not going to look good right now because nothing else matches it on the form. So we don't have a background color for this box. We don't have really anything to make it look good. It doesn't do justice, you know, with a stripe on the top that contrasts with everything. It just doesn't look good. And that's about it. I mean, I've worked on these key frames, these shortcut keys. So it turns out when you have something else, like, you know, I added a shortcut key to this menu item, it actually removes that inbuilt so you know how you, so before I didn't have any of these, like cut, copy, paste, delete, select all, any of that. I did not have any of that within here, but it turns out once you add shortcut keys, these override the actual rich box events. So just to clarify, I had to basically recode them, but thankfully the rich box, the rich text box has functions like, you just call itself like text code. It's textcode.copy, and that's it. It does all that thing for you. I did it on the live stream, and apparently I didn't know that copy, cut, paste, you know, select all existed. So I literally coded it by hand, and you wouldn't believe how much stuff goes into it. Like, I gotta move the cursor a specific way, you know, when you copy and paste something. It's really important. Like, so when I was pasting before with my code, my cursor would go up to here. So I had to figure out where in the thing the cursor had to be, because look, if I paste in here, the cursor doesn't go to end, it goes right at the end of where I was pasting. I don't know, just something I wanted to say. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please let me know in the comments, and if you have any questions, let me know as well in the comments. By the way, here's the interface for coloring each of those things. So the menu border we're making transparent. A lot of the borders are making transparent because they're ugly borders. And the tool strip separator, I think I made that, yeah, light blue for now. Anyways, guys, a lot of the stuff that I'm making for Skork, for example this, I'm gonna actually commit separately as its own like class library for people to use off GitHub, because something like this is really useful. You just pass a tool strip into it, and I handle the rest for you. So if we go to UI, yeah, tool strip render, you construct it using your tool strip by reference, and then it does all of this for you. And you can go in and edit the colors yourself. It's really cool. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out now.